Hi guys, I'm Jerusha and you're watching Jerusha Couture TV. I'm here with a review. It has been a hot minute since I have done a review. I was going to say I can't even remember what review. I do remember because it was also my giveaway and it was for my Speedy B25 in monogram print from Louis Vuitton. This is going to kind of be along the lines of that because I really want to review the Pochette Metis now that it is back in my life. I don't actually know if I've done a plain review on this handbag on my channel. I think I've done the comparison next to the twin set and I've done the explanation the Pochette Metis video where I just explained all the different models that Louis Vuitton made of this but kept the same code. The same serial number code stayed the same but the models changed, so there was confusion. Or did they change and then the bag? You know what, scrap that. I can't quite remember if the code changed or the models changed and they didn't change the code and essays were kind of confused, but you get the spiel. This is the current model and last model, I'm guessing, in the canvas. So this is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis in monogram, plain monogram canvas. And yes, this is the last model, the current model that is on the market that I have now repurchased, got my hands on off the pre-loved market. If you don't watch my channel, I have unboxed this off the pre-loved market from fashionphile.com. When I first unboxed this, it was the first original model and the way that you could straight away tell the difference was it had a vachetta little ribbon tassel that was hanging from this back zipper pull. That's how you could straight away tell it was the original model. They since reinterpreted it, redesigned it, took away with the vachetta little tassel and took away with an internal pocket as well, which I will show you. So that was the first model, and now this model is without the tassel, without the interior pocket. And then the biggest point is that it is the new version of the monogram canvas. So monogram canvas has had an across the line I guess you can say reformulation, or yeah, reinvention. It's been resewn or reweaved, you can say, to become more pliable. I wouldn't say softer in the sense that it's like, I don't know, some people do say it's cheaper, like it feels thinner, but it's more pliable, it's softer, it's smushier, it can mold and be a little bit more pliable. And in that respects, it's a good thing because the Pochette Metis was renowned for its glazing cracking open, and then they were having canvas problems with canvas cracking on the sides where the flap goes up and down. And if your canvas has any types of cracks or rips or anything, that is something that Vuitton cannot save. They can reglaze a bag, they can re-stitch on vachette anywhere on a bag usually, but if your canvas is damaged or ripped, it's basically gonna have to be scrapped because they find it so hard to fix the canvas itself. Obviously, because it's a blended type of material, it's fiber materials, it's not leather. Canvas is a fiber constructed man-made material, so it's very hard to put it back together, which I can understand. So the fact that it's a softer canvas I think is a good thing. The first original one was a lot harder. Some people liked that, some people didn't. I was one of those people that didn't. I found it very boxy. It was quite sort of cumbersome on me, like it just sat out a lot more. Whereas this is a little bit more pliable, so it sort of hugs the body a bit more, if that makes sense. The strap itself was really hard. It almost like a whip if it hit you. This one is still a bit stiff, but it's not as stiff as the first one. I'm trying to just briefly run over the differences. And that was what I was explaining in that video, the Pochette Metis video, is because it was so confusing at the time. And the reason, I think I've said it before, I had the title you know, the Pochette Metis was because that was one of my hater comments on my first video when I unboxed it. Like, everybody's getting this bag. They all just think they're so cool. It's such a, you know, one-hit wonder bag and everybody's getting it, so F the Pochette Metis. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make a video called that. I don't think this is anywhere near a one-hit wonder bag. I think this is now going to be an absolute classic for Vuitton. It is just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like this. I'm taking the strap off, sorry. It is just this, how do I put it? Unsuspecting gem. That's it. It's unsuspecting, meaning you don't gravitate straight for it like a Speedy or an Everfull and go, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a user-friendly bag and I'm going to fit so much in it, it's going to be totally worth the money. You don't. It's small and quite compact. When you see it in person, you would be like, whoa, that is so much smaller than I thought. When I saw it in person, I'm looking around. I brought down my makeup case today. So this is my niece BB. So they're the same size, basically, next to each other. The width-wise, they're the same size. That's my niece BB. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's in it. This is my iPhone 7 Plus next to it. It's really deceiving. I think you think it's going to be a big bag, and when you see it, you're like, whoa, in person, it's actually really quite small. So details of this bag up close as I do. This bag is constructed of actually 14 individual pieces of Louis Vuitton Monogram canvas. It has, from the front, I'll try and explain it to you. It has the front flap, which goes all the way to the back. So that's one continuous piece of canvas, like so. So right way up on the front and LV is upside down on the back. And the second piece is the internal, which is like the facing, which runs to the beginning of this pocket. So that's the second piece. And then the third and fourth piece are the back tailored lining. So you have one there, you have a seam, which you can see if I hold it up close. So there you can see a seam, and then there's this portion underneath, and then another seam, exactly like a jacket, and another seam there. Then you have this piece of canvas running along here, which also has the interlocking seams. Then you have this piece of monogram canvas running around the base, which makes the flat base for the bag to sit up. It does not have any feet, it's just canvas. And then flipping it around, you have this piece here, which is on this paneling and this paneling. So that's 1, 2, 3 pieces there. And then the internal of the front pocket, 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, and then you have the front pocket piece itself. So that is the makeup of the canvas construction. You can see that the layout is 3 pouches that are sewn together, and the middle pouch is obviously the biggest and the most structure. So this one is lined with glazing. The middle one is the most structure, which is lined with the piping, as you can see, and the front one is just a smaller version of the middle one, lined with piping as well. And what's interesting about the Metis line, I also had the Hobo Metis bag, the large Metis, is this front pocket here of the Pochette Metis is the front pocket of the large Hobo. I think the 3 compartments are really kind of handy. At first, maybe you might think this won't work, what am I meant to fit? But it's really great to compartmentalize your items. Obviously this back one you can see with its glazing is a lot thinner, but makes perfect for your keys, and obviously your flat smartphone can fit perfectly in here. And as always, it's a beautiful smooth Louis Vuitton zipper and zipper pull. These are the larger zipper pulls now, which are really sturdy, super shiny and beautiful. I think this was like one of the first bags that came out with this just like super shiny, gorgeous hardware. Even the first original one and the Hobo Metis, like just super shiny and beautiful. It makes it just so worth, you know, worth the money. I think it's a great price point on this bag. Even now, with price increases, I still think it's a great price point. Date code reads DR1135. So this was made on the 13th week of 2015. And again, as I said, it was bought off fashionphile.com. This vachette top handle with two little keepers there, and it just pulls up like so. As it patinas over time, it gets a lot smoother. When you first get it, it's really quite stiff and obviously white vachetta, and over time it just kind of gets a lot softer and beautiful and easy to grab like so. It's so cute. It's like a little lunchbox, like a little trunk. So you could hold it this way without the strap if you want. Obviously, I don't know, I guess it's quite briefcasey if you'd like to do it that way. It's very funky, a little bit cute. On the top of this vachette handle, we have the stamping Louis Vuitton Paris. The top handle has beautiful red glazing all the way around it there, which you can see, paired off beautifully with the yellow stitching, which is so classic Vuitton. External features are the two D-rings, which are on vachette, little vachette chaps there on the side, and they also too have the Louis Vuitton grommets in the golden hardware, which has Louis Vuitton engraved in it around there with the beautiful yellow stitching. This too is also glazed in the lovely red, and these D-rings are obviously to hold your strap attachment, whichever that may be. The strap that comes with it, you can probably use your Speedy strap or your Keep All strap. There's so many different straps you can interchange now and change them up to your liking. And then the eye-catching feature of this bag and the Metis Hobo is this S-lock on the front. It is so eye-catching. It is what the bag is known for. I'll pull it up nice and close here. It is so eye-catching. It is what the bag is known for. It is so shiny and beautiful. And to be honest, after, you know, give it a couple of days of use, you'll get so used to it. It's not that fiddly, it's not that finicky after you've used it for a while. It does become very user-friendly. And if you use the entire mechanism as a whole, it will work better for you. So, it has always been a one-pin movement. So, one pin, being this one here, is stationary, it does not move. And the other pin moves in to release the trigger, as you can just see there, and it unlocks. So stationary, maneuverable. And what helps to lock this bag, finding the hole to lock it instead of sort of standing in the line in the grocery store fiddling around, the best thing is this little vachette tab. So there is a little vachette tab here which has the beautiful red glazing on either side and the yellow stitching, and it's patinaing beautifully. So you go ahead and you press your release button and it pops open. You're in your line, you get your items out of your bag. If you just grab the actual vachette tab here like so, and you just aim it straight for the button, it's almost 100% proof, like foolproof that you will get it in the hole first time. It almost lines you up by grabbing the tab. It lines you up to get it straight in the hole, so you're not sort of fussing around in the line. You have LV in the circle engraved there on the top of the S-lock, and then you have Louis Vuitton Paris engraved on the bottom part of the S-lock. And then once it is opened, your top closures have 2 screw points, and this usually has a plastic covering on it. Mine still has it, just in clear. Some can be in blue and some are clear. You can see I still have mine on there. That's fine, I just leave it on. And then the key to not having the S-lock scratch is that just here on the part that falls into the hole, you can see there's like a clear plastic, or sorry, white plastic sort of ball bearing. So when it slides around trying to find the hole, it doesn't necessarily scratch the hardware every single time. because if it was metal on metal, obviously you'd get a lot more hairline scratches. But if you look up closely, it has a little plastic ball bearing to stop that from happening. To put the strap back on, to go over it super quick, just to show you the details of the strap itself. This is Vuitton's self canvas strap. So it is a contrast, it is not a contrast strap, sorry, in Pochette. It is a self-made strap in the canvas. Some people love this, some people don't, because it doesn't patina. It's very much like Ebin, like it's that coated leather. It's not leather, but it's like coated leather, like the straps of a Neverfull. It's a lot harder and stiffer, and it's not gonna sort of patina and give and be softer over time really. It's probably gonna stay this firm. So if you like that, then that's great. If you don't, you can always pop, if you have a Speedy or a Keeper, you can interchange the straps as I said. So nice and close up here, you can see the claw clasp, which is the signature Louis Vuitton trigger clasp there. You just push it in and out on a spring. It has Louis Vuitton engraved on one side, it has Louis Vuitton engraved on the back side, attached by D-rings. You have the beautiful monogram canvas strap, and then here you actually have 7 hole adjustments, which is really nice, because if it's too short, if it's too long, if you're a shorty or a tallie as I am, it's nice to just have the option of adjustments. Maybe you only want to wear it on your shoulder, not crossbody. And then you have the golden brass hardware buckle here on the side. It is beautiful and shiny. It's got Louis Vuitton engraved on one side and Louis Vuitton engraved on the other side of it. And then you've got 2 keepers which are there, which hold the strap down nicely. And then it mirrors itself with the clasp on the other side of the bag. I'm going to go inside the bag now and give you a quick overview, and then just show you different options, I suppose, of what you can hold in this bag and how it may work for your lifestyle. This beautiful plush microfiber is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. When I had my Montaigne MM, I just thought it was almost like a bit of a burgundy color. Like this is more of a brown, but can you kind of see how it's giving you like a little bit of burgundy? In the Montaigne, it was it was like almost like a purple burgundy. It is so luxe. It is so soft. It's so beautiful to the touch, and I just think what you get for your money with this bag is just so incredibly beautiful and luxe. It makes it feel just so much more yummy or something, I don't know. And the fact that you open up an Empreinte, which is an all leather bag, and it's the canvas, I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. I think the finishes could have just been so much more beautiful like this. Take out a few of my items here so you can see these compartments up close. Just squishing the bag around here. So there we go. This is the front compartment. Very nice size compartment. Fits a full wallet if you wanted to. And then you obviously just saw me take out my other items. The middle compartment is obviously the biggest. A lot of people can fit their toiletry 19 in here. I've seen that done. And then this back slip compartment, still being quite big. There's a clay for you, and a vernis clay. There's my car key, and there's my multi-clay as well for keyring. So it does fit quite a bit down the back slip compartment as well. Giving you a shot there, but each compartment is very, very generous. So the difference from the first model was that there was a small slip compartment here. I used it for receipts, or when I went into a car parking station, I'd put my receipt or card there. It was no worries. The fact it's not there anymore, obviously I don't think it's very bothersome that it's not there, but that's what that first model had that this model doesn't. It's made in plaque on a Pochette tab, you can see there. This reads Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France, stamped on there. I'm going to go ahead and show you a few things fitting back down inside of it, so you just kind of get an idea of what fits in this bag. A pretty staple common item that I guess most of us kind of have, or you could have similar in any brand, that's fine, is a little catch-all case. This is my mini pochette from Louis Vuitton. So I quite genuinely put that in the biggest compartment, and I usually put it in standing up. I do that so that I know in my head that my agenda, which I love to have with me, especially in this bag, I try my best not to downsize by removing it. I do know these will stand up perfectly next to each other. So if you were to do it this way, you can add your keys. So this is my little clay like that. Say I was carrying a full-size wallet. This is my Louis Vuitton Emily wallet with the rouge lining in the monogram canvas. Say I was carrying this. This is the equivalent of a full-size wallet. That will fit beautifully in this front pocket like so. And you can just leave that in there on its own for easy access so that your wallet isn't sort of under items that you sort of have to throw out first in the line at the shops to get at your wallet. Here is my card case by Chanel. If I wanted to slip that down the back pocket, I can. If I wanted to grab my iPhone as well and slip that down, that's standing up, I could lay it down, that's fine. And that is my essentials all in there, and in this back pocket we would just put my car key because that is for easy access, which just has my little drag-on strap on it like so, and we can just do it up like that, and that does up no bulging perfectly. If you want to go back and add sunglasses into this layout of this bag, I could, because I have the room in the middle pocket. This is my Louis Vuitton sunglasses case in the MM size in monogram print. I will just place it in the middle compartment like so, the slimmer edge facing down, and then that way the bag will do up nicely. There you go. And I've got my sunnies in there. The only thing I don't have is my agenda. I feel like once you start to pile in sunnies and mini pochettes and the agenda and full-size wallets, that's when you're just going to get a little bit of bulging. And when it is overstuffed, it just pulls on the hook. That is pretty much all it will deform, is that these will start to wing out like so, and it just won't look nice. I mean, it's not the world's biggest bag, obviously, but it does get your essentials in there neatly. So I am actually, believe it or not, going to stand up and do some mod shots for you wearing this bag. This bag is so comfortable when it is on your body, whether you wear it on your shoulder, whether you wear it crossbody, whether you make the strap a little bit tighter, like higher up on the buckles, and wear it just on your shoulder. If you're not a crossbody girl, that's fine. It also sits so nicely. Holding it by hand is so cute. I mean, sometimes I think it's a bit too small for my frame, but nevertheless. So that is it for my review on the beautiful Pochette Metis. Again, I'm so happy it's back in my collection. I am. What goes around comes around. It's really good to mull things over and think things through that work for you. And if they don't work for you, then moving them out of your collection, if that's what you want to do, then that's your choice as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you like the Pochette Metis, also give me a thumbs up. Showing us thumbs up is really good on YouTube now. It just totally verifies our channels and just shows that we're making great content that you guys like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you wish to do so, that would be really great, guys. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Peace.